Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video, we're going to be looking at the 2024 presidential election, an interesting scenario that was given to me by someone who recently got vaccinated. So this is between Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos, and before we get started, a couple disclaimers. First, actually, please go check the community tab. I think I posted a couple of days back that you should comment which congressional district you live in, and I'll make a map out of it and show it in a future video. So that'll be cool, just a fun project I'll be doing. And for this video specifically, Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos, obviously, you're not going to be running for president, and, not going to be the actual 2024 matchup, just a funny video someone suggested to me, but I actually don't think that either Musk or Bezos is registered for either party. I kind of just read up on them for, a couple minutes and just made a call. I think that they're both decently more closer to the Democratic Party than the Republican Party. Elon Musk specifically has said some stuff may point to him being a social conservative, so I kind of put him in the Republican camp for that. He also was more supportive of Donald Trump back when he was president than Jeff Bezos was, and Bezos and Trump have kind of a feud and they don't really like each other. And Jeff Bezos on Instagram, when Biden did win, he did post he was excited for Joe Biden to win. Unity prevailed. So Bezos, I would assume, is a little more left-leaning. He's also made some donations to left-leaning campaigns in the past, although he's also donated to Republicans too, but more Democrats than Republicans, more left-leaning organizations than right-leaning organizations. So for the sake of the video, I'll just get on with it. So Bezos, home state of Washington, he'd win that. Oregon, California, Elon Musk is from California, but with Bezos having the D next to his name, wouldn't really be that competitive. Hawaii, Illinois, Maryland, Delaware, New Jersey, New York, Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, state of Vermont, Maine's 1st Congressional District, as well as the District of Columbia. Bezos would have those states safe. I think Alaska would be safe for Musk, which would, he'd do a little better than Donald Trump there, and that's mostly just because I think he'd do better with the oil industry. All of Nebraska except for that 2nd Congressional District. Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, Missouri, Kentucky, Indiana, West Virginia. I think that would be it for Elon Musk safe states. Now, for our likely Bezos states, he'd probably carry Colorado, New Mexico by likely margins. Not really too much of a turnaround going on here for Elon Musk. I think these will be pretty solid for Jeff Bezos. Bezos would also, I believe, I'd assume he'd do fine in Minnesota. The coalitions would be really weird. I think that these candidates could both have really bad appeal and really good appeal to working class voters. This really depends on who runs the better campaign. But I think I would just kind of keep states where they are, so that means Minnesota would stay in that likely Democrat range. Same with the 2nd District of Nebraska, same with Virginia, and same with the state of New Hampshire. And kind of just doing this not to ruffle any feathers, because these, this is, we don't have any polling between, Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos. We don't have really any data on this. It's just kind of me going off of what I think would happen in my gut. Kansas would be likely Republican. Iowa and Ohio would be likely Republican as well. Not too much to say about these states. Kansas has been shifting to the left, so I think he would continue to shift to the left. Not anything crazy, just 2 or 3 point shift in Jeff Bezos' favor. For Iowa and Ohio, these states have been shifting to the right, and there is a bit of an argument about that. I guess we can have, or this conversation we can have. And I think most of us agree that these states are shifting to the right, but the argument for people that think they're not shifting to the right is not really they're shifting blue, but that they're not trending anywhere. It's Donald Trump did so well there, and he made it look like they were trending blue, but that's just because he was a really unique candidate for the region. And I agree he was unique, and I agree that he was kind of a unicorn in the region, but at the same time, you can't really deny the fact that white working class voters are shifting to the Republican Party. So I think these states are going to stay pretty red. Plus the demographics of especially Iowa are not good for Democrats, and I just think that Jeff Bezos in this scenario would not flip it. But there's certainly a long conversation we had about these two states, and I'll definitely make videos about them in the future. South Carolina would also be likely Republican, not too much to say there, and I think Maine 2nd District would say Republican as well. For Jeff Bezos, I think he'd do pretty well in Nevada and Arizona. I could see Bezos kind of holding on to the suburban voters that voted for Biden over Trump because they just like Biden more, his rhetoric more. Musk and Bezos are both really weird candidates in that, they're billionaires who do not have any political experience. And I get we said that about Trump, but Trump had, at least kind of dipped his toe in the water of politics whereas Bezos and Musk may have said a few things that are political, but they haven't really talked about it or anything like that. And the only reason I think Bezos would hold on to some of those voters is because he's a bit less, I guess, outlandish than Musk. And, Musk isn't really someone who's loud, but he said stuff in the past that can be used against him or that people haven't liked. And, I'm not trying to bring my Zoomer-isms into this, but he's more of a memer than Jeff Bezos is. I'll be real. I know that I'm trying to remain professional here, but Elon Musk is, he, go to his Twitter, go to his Instagram. He posts a lot of memes, and he says a lot of stuff that maybe Jeff Bezos wouldn't say kind of as a joke, so I think the Bezos would just be a little more presidential than Elon Musk would, but, that could change for 2024, I don't know. So, yeah, and I also think that Jeff Bezos would hold on to Michigan, which would make that lean Democrat. For Elon Musk, I think he'd hold Texas. So it would narrow up just because of the suburban swings in Texas, and I think he wouldn't really hold on to the gains that Donald Trump made with Hispanics in the Rio Grande Valley. This isn't to say that Hispanics would revert back to 2016 numbers, but they'd kind of have an average in between 2016 and 2020. And I also think Musk would hold on to Florida, although I think it would be a little closer than 2020. Now, I know that I did say that I thought that Elon or that Jeff Bezos would do in Michigan, Arizona, and Nevada by lead margin, but I think I'll give him Pennsylvania as well, which does give him the victory there. Because after thinking about it for a little bit, I just don't see Elon Musk getting the rural turnout that Trump got, and I don't see him matching his working class support. I think Musk is a little weaker of a candidate than Bezos is. And, again, I'm not calling either of them strong or weak candidates, but what I am saying is that both these people, we don't really know how they'd run their campaigns, and it would really come down to whoever ran a better campaign. But I just think that, if the election would be held tomorrow based on only the information that I know, I'd say that Bezos would carry Pennsylvania and do a little better than Musk campaigning overall. You just hold on to the gains that Joe Biden made, and Bezos I think would do a better job of positioning himself as the normal candidate and try to portray Elon Musk as someone who's kind of weird, not really suited to be president. Kind of like what Hillary Clinton did to Donald Trump in 2016, except Musk doesn't really have the base that Trump has. So Jeff Bezos I think will win Pennsylvania. Elon Musk, he doesn't have any tilt states. I'll give the rest to Jeff Bezos. Yeah, I think most of us saw that coming. I was gonna have Bezos winning because, like I said, at the beginning of the video, Elon Musk he's an interesting guy. I follow him on Twitter. I think I see what he says, and same with Jeffrey Bezos. But the real reason, but I think that Elon Musk is just a little bit more outlandish, as I said before, than Jeff Bezos is, and Bezos would just kind of hold the voters who just aren't sure about Elon Musk, and mostly suburban voters, I'm assuming, would stay in the Democratic camp. And again, some of this could just come down to whether Jeff Bezos has the D next to his name. And there are Democrats who don't really like either of them, but are going to vote for Jeff Bezos because he has the D right next to his name. So that I think would help him out. And same for Elon Musk. There would be Republicans who wouldn't really like either of them and vote for Musk because of the R next to his name. But North Carolina shifting to the left, Georgia shifting to the left. Wisconsin I think is the closest state here because I could see Elon Musk flipping it. But to do that, I think all of us agree he wouldn't really get the working class support that Trump enjoyed in the state, and he wouldn't really do too well in the Wild County, specifically Waukesha, which is the biggest Republican county. So I do think that Elon Musk would do pretty poorly in Wisconsin and do a little worse than Trump there. So that's it for this video, guys. Thank you to the person who DM'd me on Twitter. They got vaccinated again. Feel free to DM me, and for the record, your videos might not come out immediately. This video I'm posting it 2 weeks after they DM'd me, so because I do have it scheduled that I have uploads and things going on. We've got a Canadian snap election, we've got the California recall election, we've got the German presidential election. What am I saying? The German election. We've got I think I'll briefly cover the Norwegian election as well, but we've got a lot of stuff, and unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to make these videos every time I upload, but I will be able to post them once every 2 or 3 videos, so DM me on Instagram or Twitter, email me, just let me know what you want to see, and I'll post it if you're vaccinated, and if you recently got vaccinated, because that's what I'm trying to do here. Now, lastly, just to sum up this video in specific, I think the real reason, and I think we can all agree on this, and the real reason that Jeff Bezos won is because Elon Musk did not have a catchy song about him. That is all.